गौरव अध्यक्ष स्पीकर महोदय गौरव सभ्युलारा राष्ट्र सत्वर अभिवृद्धिकी వేగవంతమైన ఫలవంతమైన నిర్ణయాలు తీసుకొనే నేపథ్యంలో నేడు ఈ సమావేశాలు జరుగుతున్నాయి. I am delighted to address the third joint session of both the houses of the Andhra Pradesh legislature on the occasion of the budget session 2016-17. At the outset, I am happy to state that despite severe bottlenecks in the wake of bifurcation of the state, my government has registered appreciable progress in achieving its objective of inclusive growth with commendable performance in both development and welfare sectors and has lived up to the expectations of the people. I wish to place on record that the unscientific bifurcation of the state has put tremendous stress on the revenues of the new state of Andhra Pradesh. The state received only 46% of the revenues of the combined state, while accounting for 58% of its population, which is confirmed by the 14th Finance Commission. The resource gap for the 2014-15 fiscal year is estimated at Rs 16,079 crores by AG, while the state was granted an ad hoc grant of 2,303 crores till date from the Government of India, leaving a huge pendency of Rs 13,776 crores. Likewise, the grant received for development of 7 backward districts in the state is Rs 50 crores per year per district for the last 2 years. The tax incentives for industrial development in the state, the financial grants for development of the new capital, the promise of a new railway zone, financing Polavaram as a national project, the assurance of conferring special category status to the state, etc., which are incorporated in the AP Reorganization Act and assured in the Parliament, are yet to be fulfilled. The state also suffered a series of natural calamities, beginning with the Hadhad cyclone, which devastated the city of Visakhapatnam, causing nearly a loss of Rs 70,000 crores. This was followed by severe drought in majority districts and floods in Nellore and Chittoor districts. However, it is heartening to note that the efforts of my government have earned kudos from all over the country in handling the Hadhad cyclone and floods, while the farming community appreciated our efforts in wash and management in drought conditions. With relentless hard work and dedication, the state could successfully achieve double-digit growth in the financial year 2015-16. As per the advanced estimates of 2015-16, the DSP at constant 2011-2012 market prices registered a growth of 10.99% as against the corresponding national growth of 7.6%. The overall gross value added growth of 10.50% at constant 2011-12 basic prices as against the national growth of 7.3% for the same period has bolstered the image of the state. The agriculture sector could register 8.40% growth despite drought with support from allied sectors, while the industry and the service sectors achieved growth of 11.13 and 11.39% respectively. It is heartening to note that the per capita income has reached 1.07 lakh for the first time. My government is aiming to achieve 15% growth in the next fiscal year so as to place the state among the best in the country and live up to the unflinching trust and confidence reposed on the leadership by its people. Sustaining double-digit growth for the next 14 years is imperative to ensure that Andhra Pradesh stands tall among its peers. Going beyond the human development concept, our focus will be on enhancing the happiness index. My government's vision is to make Andhra Pradesh one among the top 3 performing states by 2022, the top performing state by 2029, and the best destination in the world by 2050. My government endeavors to be a drought-proof state through a holistic approach of developing, conserving, and utilizing the surface and groundwater resources. The government is working with the long-term goal of augmenting the groundwater level to about 8 meters in the pre-monsoon season and about 3 meters in the post-monsoon season. Under Panta Sanjeevani, the massive program of constructing 8.75 lakh farm ponds and use of rain guns are taken up to provide life-saving irrigation during the drought spells. The emphasis on micro-irrigation, which was acclaimed at the national level, will focus on water-saving technology. The major focus of my government is the completion of 7 priority irrigation projects in the state. My government is committed to complete Totapalli, Polavaram Right Main Canal, Galeru Nagari and Handri Niva by June 2016, Vamsadhara Phase 2, Polavaram Left Main Canal and Velugonda project by June 2017 and Polavaram 1 phase works by June 2018. One of the first decisions of the Union Cabinet was to transfer the 7 mandals falling under the Polavaram submergence area, because of which Polavaram has become feasible. The Patti Seema lift irrigation scheme, linking river Godavari and Krishna in a record time of 5.5 months, an unprecedented and unique effort, ensured drawal of 8 TMC of water to Krishna Delta, saved standing crops in the region. This scheme is envisaged to draw not less than 80 TMC of Godavari water, which is otherwise destined to the sea to Krishna Delta, thus enabling Srisailam water to be allocated to Rayalaseema districts. My government has revived all the 175 defunct lift irrigation schemes by spending rupees 134 crores, thereby stabilizing the ayakat of 1.5 lakh acres. In the days to come, the focus will be on linking the Krishna Penna rivers so as to bring the benefit to the farmers of the area. Under Neeru Chettu program, the works taken up have resulted in a substantial improvement in groundwater levels, more so in Chittur, Kadapa and Anantapur districts of Rayalaseema. My government is monitoring on real-time basis the groundwater availability through 1254 piezometers, which has been extremely useful in scientific management of water resources. Another important program helping the farming community in irrigating their land is the NTR Jalasiri under Phase 1, 2.1 lakh acres of land belonging to 50,000 SCs, STs and small and marginal farmers is provided with irrigation. Under Phase 2, 1.24 lakh bore wells in the command and non-command areas of the entire state are sanctioned to augment irrigation facilities. Agriculture, which provides livelihood to nearly 63% of the population, continues to be non-profitable for decades. Our efforts to increase the productive levels of all crops are showing results. Despite deficit rainfall and unprecedented heavy rains in some parts of the state, the production of pulses has shown substantial increase. My government is implementing debt redemption scheme with a commitment of rupees 24,500 crores to reduce the debt burden of farmers and also committed to rupees 600 crores for horticulture farmers. Out of this commitment, government has already paid rupees 7,433 crores to farmers. Fishery sector is identified as one of the growth engines under primary sector for achieving double-digit growth. The state, with 974 kilometers of coastline and 6 lakh hectares of fresh and brackish water resources, offers immense potential for fisheries development. Andhra Pradesh stands first in total value of production of fish and prawn and fourth in marine fisheries production. The AP Fisheries Policy 2015, announced by my government, envisages to make Andhra Pradesh as aqua hub of the world. Another sector growing in tandem is the livestock sector, which supports 62.54 lakh poor families. The state of Andhra Pradesh, which produces 1 out of every 5 eggs produced in this country, is in second position in egg production. The state is also one among the leading producers of meat and milk in the country and aims to become one among the top 3 states in the country. My government is committed to ensure that benefits of growth reach the poor and deserving sections of the society and launched a comprehensive package of services to achieve this cherished goal. The supply of 5 kilos rice per head to 136 lakh ration card holders, benefiting nearly 4 crore beneficiaries in the state through e-POS system, is a harbinger of change in implementing the PDS in the country. Under the NTR Barosa, about 43 lakh pensioners are provided with rupees 1,000 pension per month regularly during the first week without fail, while the differently abled persons receive rupees 1,500 per month. Under the Deepam scheme, a record of 11 lakh gas connections have been given, and every remaining poor family will be provided connection by March 2017. Welfare of SCs, STs, BCs, minorities and women is on the top of our agenda. The total outlay in SC subplan, ST subplan and the BC subplan is rupees 5,878 crores, rupees 1,904 crores and rupees 6640 crores respectively. And my government is committed to ensure the full implementation of the sub-plans. To mitigate the hardship caused to the students, the government will soon be migrating to the system of monthly payment of scholarship instead of annual payments. Biometrics are being introduced in welfare hostels to monitor the attendance and thereby improve the accountability. Bankable subsidy schemes in welfare departments are an important source of asset creation. In order to ensure effective implementation, my government will soon start geotagging of assets created. To ensure better facilities for SC, ST, BC, minority students, the government has adopted a policy of upgrading all hostels into residential schools. Skill training, sponsorship of coaching to appear in civil service examination, sponsorship to meritorious students to study overseas are some of the important schemes taken under the sub-plan. Several new schemes will be launched to support income generation activities for the rural artisans of the BC community. In the coming months, my government will further strengthen the sub-plan and use the money to eradicate poverty and ensure better living standards to the vulnerable sections. My government is committed to provide reservation to the Kapu, Balija, Ontari, Telaga communities without hurting the interests of the BCs. Justice Manjunath Commission appointed for this purpose is expected to submit its report within 8 months. For the first time, in history, a Kapu corporation has been set up to support income generating facilities for poor families among the Kapu, Balija, Ontari and Telaga communities. In the coming year, rupees 1,000 crores will be spent for this purpose. Similarly, Brahmin Corporation has been formed to help the poor among the Brahmin community. My government will recommend to the Government of India the demand of the Rajaka community to be listed in the scheduled caste and the demand of the Valmiki community to be included in the scheduled tribes category, as these communities already enjoy similar status in certain other states. The interest of the weaver community is of paramount importance to the government, and an amount of rupees 110.96 crores has been spent towards their loan waiver. My government has been implementing several schemes like the Dukan Makan, Roshni, Dulhan and Shadi Khana for the welfare of the minorities. Hajj houses will be constructed at Kadapa and Vijayawada. The foundation stone for the Urdu University in Kurnool is already laid, and efforts are being made to start classes in the coming academic year. My government is committed to the cause of Muslim reservation, and the best legal luminaries are being engaged to defend the case in the apex court. Andhra Pradesh Mahila Sadarika Samstha is working towards women empowerment by providing livelihood support. Under Chandrana Cheyuta, an amount of rupees 8,400 crores has been sanctioned to over 84 lakh SHG women at rupees 10,000 per member as investment capital. Of this, rupees 2,423.35 crore has been released to 81.25 lakh rural and urban SHG members in the first phase, with an additional release of rupees 1,338.83 crores towards interest redemption grant. The total amount of capital infusion came to 10,298.63 crores. My government is committed to ensure safety and security of women while empowering them with innovative methods to improve their livelihoods. The products manufactured by women groups are being branded to enable them to market them online by forging partnership with renowned companies, thereby graduating them to the rank of big entrepreneurs. Skill development, my government feels, is prerequisite to ensure better future for the youth by imparting them employable skills. A comprehensive youth empowerment policy with emphasis on skill development and economic activity is on the anvil, and an amount of rupees 500 crores will be spent for the next year. Partnership between Skill Development Corporation and reputed institutions like the Siemens, Indian School of Business and other leadership institutions is being established to impart skills among the youth. Further, the state will promote sports culture among the youth for healthy living and to encourage them to aspire and to participate in the national games in 2019, which are slated to be held in our state. Health sector is being given utmost importance by my government. The health insurance coverage has already been enhanced to rupees 2.5 lakh per family under the NTR Vaidya Seva. Further, the new initiative of providing free diagnostic services in government hospitals under the NTR Vaidya Pariksha and the maternity support services under Talli Bidda Express and 102 call center have received wide acclaim from the public. The maintenance of medical equipment in the government hospital is being outsourced on PPP mode to maximize their utilization. The Government of India has sanctioned the aims to the state, and the foundation stone was laid recently at Mangalagiri. All the above measures ensure improved healthcare facilities to citizens in the state. My government has recognized education as a critical aspect of sustainable development and is making efforts to make education for all a reality. Strengthening of infrastructure facilities in schools is taken up on priority under the Sarva Siksha Abhiyan and Rashtriya Madhyamika Siksha Abhiyan. To improve the learning ability of students, my government is introducing digital classrooms with digital content in phased manner in all the state-run schools. My government is committed to achieve total literacy in the state by 2019-20. In the field of higher education, 7 premier national institutions have been sanctioned to the state of Andhra Pradesh as per the AP Reorganization Act 2014. Academic courses have already started in 5 of the 7 institutes: IIT Tirupati, IISER Tirupati, IIM Vizag, NIT Tadapalli Gudam and IIIT Kurnool. A landmark act has been passed by the State Assembly, paving the way for entry of top private institutions of higher education in the state. All the above measures are intended to make the state a knowledge hub. Andhra Pradesh has been a pioneer in implementation of the Manrega and programs taken under the scheme in the state have become a model for the entire nation and are found mentioned in the last economic survey. By converging the Manrega and other funds, my government launched an ambitious program of laying internal cement roads in villages under the name Vada Vadalo Chandrana Bata. This year alone, a total of 2,704 kilometers cement roads have been laid under the Panta Sanjeevani. My government envisages to build 8.57 lakh farm ponds. About 90 crore trees have been planted under the plantation program as part of Manrega. In recognition of the performance, Andhra Pradesh has secured National Award for effective initiatives in transparency and accountability under the Manrega for the program 2014-15. Supplying water through individual household connection to all households in urban and rural areas is the vision of my government. Out of the total of 48,206 habitations, 18,057 habitations are fully covered with 55 LPCD, 555 habitations are partially covered, and the balance of 594 habitations are facing some deficit with quality affected status. My government aims to provide safe, portable drinking water to every panchayat, every municipality, and every household in the coming years by sanctioning new schemes and restoring all different schemes. To address the issue of quality of drinking water, 728 habitations have been covered under the policy NTR Sujala Pathakam to provide potable water of 20 litres for ₹2. It is also envisaged to make all villages open defecation free by 2019 under the Swachh Bharat Mission. During 2015-16, 2.82 lakh IHHLs have been completed and 4.49 lakh IHHLs are under progress. In urban areas, 82,098 IHH toilets have been completed and the balance under progress. My government is committed to provide housing for all by 2022. 2 lakh houses under the NTR housing scheme in rural areas and another 2 lakh houses under the housing for all in urban areas have been sanctioned. Housing as an economic activity is recognized as an important growth driver and has multiplier effect on the economy. My government has enhanced the unit cost of rural housing from ₹70,000 for general category and ₹1 lakh to SCs to uniformly 2.75 lakhs, thus ensuring the sufficient amount is available to the beneficiary to complete the house. Also, the subsidy has been enhanced to ₹1.25 lakhs for general category beneficiary and ₹1.75 lakhs to SC/ST beneficiary. The remaining amount is tied up as a loan by government for the beneficiary. All the houses are proposed with additional features like tile flooring, kitchen, platform, staircase, parapet wall, etc. This is the highest ever increase in the amount provided for individual housing by the government. An effective sand policy plays a critical role in infrastructure development and giving fillip to the construction activity, with an aim to make sand easily available to the common man and to create an enabling environment for the development of infrastructure in the state and to promote employment opportunities through construction activity. My government has permitted collection of sand from authorized sand quarries free of cost to every citizen in the state. The policy is first of its kind in the country and enables the common man to realize his dream of owning a house. My government launched a Smart Village, Smart Ward towards Smart Andhra Pradesh program with 20 non-negotiable commitments in partnership with citizens and NGOs. More than 14,000 partners have already volunteered to be part of this program and are contributing towards achieving the non-negotiables. My government has launched a people-centric development welfare program called Janmabhoomi Maavuru and conducted 3 rounds focusing on various thrust areas. The 3rd round, held in January 2016, had Smart Village, Smart Ward as the main theme. Smart AP Foundation has been established to achieve the non-negotiables underlined in the program by working with the partners adopting villages/wards. The state has become a model for the entire country for initiatives undertaken in the power sector. My government is supplying 24/7 quality power to all the domestic, commercial and industrial consumers. My government is committed to provide 7 hours of quality and free power to all eligible farmers in the state. The state has become power surplus from a deficit of 22.5 million units. My government has reduced the AT&C losses to 10.29% during this year and is targeted to achieve single-digit loss level by next year. In order to conserve energy, my government has taken up distribution of LED bulbs to all domestic households, and about 1.87 crore LED bulbs have been distributed so far to 93.5 lakh households. My government is committed to replace all inefficient agricultural pump sets with energy-efficient and ISI pump sets in phased manner. Further, the government has distributed 3,000 solar pump sets to the farmers and it is programmed to distribute 20,000 solar pump sets during 2016-17. I am happy to inform that the state has bagged all the 5 national awards in energy efficiency instituted by the Government of India. The state is promoting renewable energy and will be adding a capacity of 619 megawatts of solar power to the grid by April 2016. To take the fruits of development to the poorest of the poor, it is programmed to complete the electrification of the remaining 4.6 lakh households in the state by June 2016. I am happy to state that my government is promoting a port-led development model in order to leverage the 974-kilometer long coastline in consonance with India's Act East policy. The state of Andhra Pradesh is well suited to be developed as a logistics hub on the east coast of the country and a gateway for India. Our airports have shown an annual traffic growth of 59% over the last year. The works on expansion of existing airports at Vijayawada, Tirupati and Rajamahendravaram are in full swing. It is proposed to take up 5 new airports at Bhogapuram, Dagadarthi, Oravakal, Nagarjuna Sagar and Donakonda. The works on floating storage regasification unit and the gas pipeline from Kakinada to Visakhapatnam will commence during 2016-17. The city gas distribution will be taken up in East Godavari, West Godavari and Krishna district during 2016-17. My government is focusing on development of road connectivity from all the district headquarters to state capital by 4-lane or 6-lane road. We are also committed to provide road connectivity to all the major ports, tourist places, industrial hubs, to the nearest national highways and to connect all the mandal headquarters to district headquarters with all-weather 2-lane road. To achieve this mission, the state government, with the assistance of the Ministry of Road and Transport, embarked upon a massive expansion program of national highways with an approximate cost of about 70,000 crore and 1250 kilometers of state highways are declared as national highways. The state government is planning for development of expressway between Amravati and Bangalore to Anantapuram with connectivity to Kurnool and Kadapa, which would enable quickest possible connectivity from Rayalaseema to the state capital of Amravati. In partnership with the Indian Navy, my government has successfully organized the International Fleet Review at Visakhapatnam, in which 50 countries from across the globe participated. It is a matter of pride for the nation that a large contingent of navies, including that of USA, UK, China and Russia, have together participated in the march for the first time. The Fleet Review conveyed the message of using the seas to promote peace, cooperation and friendship, and also to develop partnerships for a secure maritime future. To spur industrial growth, the best policy instruments and the fiscal incentives have been offered to make the industries based in Andhra Pradesh globally competitive. My government has put in place attractive policies in land, water, power, governance and labour to ensure inflow of investments. My government was awarded second rank among states in ease of doing business. Various government and business delegations from countries such as China, Japan, Singapore, Australia, Malaysia, South Korea and Netherlands have visited Andhra Pradesh to explore investment opportunities in the state. My government also organized the first Sunrise Andhra Pradesh investment meet during January 2016 at Visakhapatnam. More than 1,400 delegates participated in the meet, including 300 foreign delegates from 41 countries. A total of 328 MOUs worth Rs 4.67 lakh crore were inked during the meet, comprising various sectors. My government has recognized the food processing sector as one of the important growth engines and announced the new food processing policy 2015-16 with attractive incentives aiming at making the state as the most preferred destination for food processing industries. My government has entered into MOU with World Economic Forum to achieve forward and backward integration through pre- and post-harvesting technologies and to brand 25 select commodities with the support and participation of world-leading companies under the new vision of agriculture. Tourism has been identified as one of the important growth engines, and my government has come out with the Tourism Policy 2015-20, which has been awarded the best policy by World Travel and Tourism Council in 2015. About Rs 11,000 crore worth of investments pertaining to the sector have been tracked since the launch of the policy. The tourism sector is expected to generate additional 5 lakh jobs by 2020. To promote the tradition and culture of the state, my government is planning to build an iconic facility called Kuchipudi Natyaramam in Kuchipudi village. The most sophisticated multimedia and digital technology would be utilized to showcase the greatest of centuries of old Kuchipudi dance for the benefit of future generations. My government has recognized urbanization as a growth engine and drafted a vision of transforming cities and towns in the state into neat, clean and litter-free urban habitats for the best livability. 31 urban local bodies in the state have found place in the Government of India's prestigious scheme Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, Amrut. Visakhapatnam and Kakinada have been selected as smart cities under the Smart Cities project. Next year, the city of Tirupati will be selected as a smart city. My government is taking steps to develop Kurnool as a smart city with state funds, and initially Rs 100 crores will be released for this purpose. The city of Visakhapatnam, which was devastated by Hadad cyclone 1 year back, is today ranked 5th in the country under Swachha Sarvekshan awards given by the Government of India, which bears testimony to the untiring efforts of my government. Vijayawada Metro will be completed in 3 years, and plans are afoot to take up the Visakhapatnam Metro early. The new capital of Amravati is going to be a world-class people's capital, and my government is thankful to the farmers of Amravati region for the confidence reposed by them in the leadership and coming forward to voluntarily pool their own land for building the capital city. The support given by Singapore government in arranging master plan in time-bound free of cost deserves special commendation. The selection of best architectural firms and preparation of architecture plan is under process. Several renowned companies from within and outside the country are evincing interest to start their ventures in the new capital. My government is confident of building a world-class capital which would play the role of an economic powerhouse to lead the entire state into prosperity. My government is implementing citizen-centric e-governance projects so that the citizen can avail email services from anywhere effectively and in a transparent manner. Andhra Pradesh is among the top states in the country in the delivery of e-services as per e-tal portal of Government of India. My government is committed to roll out e-Pragati, the AP State Enterprise Architecture and the e-Governance Authority, which is a massive program providing integrated services to citizens through a free flow of information and to usher in an era of good governance characterized by efficiency, effectiveness and transparency. With a view to plug irregularities and control corruption in land administration, my government has launched Me Inti Ki Me Bhumi, an IT-enabled program that aims to purify the land records data in a campaign mode. Under this program, land records of about 72.15 lakh pattadas have been updated. Digitization of all villages, cadastral maps have been completed, and government is keen to undertake geo-referencing and integration of all textual and special data. My government is adopting IT solutions to all G2C, G2B and G2G transactions to improve the service delivery and eliminate corruption. Several departments have been provided with tabs to update information on a real-time basis. The use of biometrics, e-POS and tabs in service delivery has earned accolades from various quarters, and the Government of India is recommending our model to other states. My government is encouraging startups by enacting suitable policies and providing incentives. In the coming years, the state will become a home to many successful startup companies. My government is implementing the AP Fiber Grid project to provide 10 to 15 Mbps connectivity to all the households by 2016. This is intended to benefit about 1.30 crore families by providing a package of services of cable, TV, internet and telephone connectivity for payment of rupees 150 per month. My government is determined to control corruption at all levels and recently passed the Special Courts Bill with stringent provisions to confiscate the properties of corrupt public servants. Above all, my government is committed to ensure peace, prosperity and happiness to all citizens. We are at a critical but challenging phase in history of our state where generations to come will be judging our actions. My government is deeply aware of this and will strive with all its might to fulfill its destiny. In the words of Swami Vivekananda, we are responsible for what we are and whatever we wish ourselves to be. We have the power to make ourselves. If what we are now has been the result of our own past actions, it certainly follows that whatever we wish to be in the future can be produced by our present actions. So we have to know how to act. Chivariga, ప్రజాపతులందరికీ అంకిత భావంతో రాష్ట్రంలో నిర్మాణమైన కార్యక్రమాల్లో మమేకమై మార్గదర్శకులుగా నిలవాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాను. జై హింద్.
మనం గెలిపించిన వ్యక్తులు పోతే ఇంతకుముందు చాలా మంది పోయారు. పోయేవాళ్ళు ఒకసారి పోతే ఒకసారి ఆలోచించి వదిలేసేవాళ్ళం, కానీ అప్పుడప్పుడు పోతే మనం ఆలోచించే పరిస్థితి వస్తూ ఉంది. ఏదైనా నాకు ఒక ప్రగాఢమైన విశ్వాసం ఉంది. తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీకి ఉండేది కార్యకర్తల బలం. కార్యకర్తల కొరకు తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ ఉంటుంది.